Greetings. This is Kathleen Caldwell, founder of C-Suite Network's Women's Coaching and Consulting Council. And here we are on day 3 of the International Coaching Week of 2023. We're so excited to celebrate coaches, promote coaches, highlight coaches, and really, I think, triple down on the important work that coaches are doing in the world. And so this week is a great opportunity for us to celebrate several of our esteemed faculty members in a fabulous week about how to really focus in on potential. And as we'll talk about in our broadcast today, how do we really turn potential into profits, into opportunity, and most importantly, into action and outcomes. So we've had a great week this week, and all of our replays are on our YouTube channel. You can feel free to watch all of these. We're now up to, I think, about 80 different videos featuring our esteemed faculty members. We're so excited to do that. And so today's topic is all about coaching women in corporate. If you are a coach, if you're a consultant, how do you really break into the very, very important and highly lucrative and extremely important corporate and association organization market? And so today's theme is all about helping women in corporate in organizations to maximize their potential and also drive success with them, okay? Because we're the co-pilots, we're the co-drivers, we're the partners, the trusted advisors, and the people that are partnering along with our clients. And so again, I'm Kathleen Caldwell, founder of C-Suite Network's Women's Coaching and Consulting Council. I'm a speaker and author. I'm just delighted. I've been a coach since 1998. I started my first paid group in 1998. I've been a member of the International Coaching Federation for a very, very long time, attending, actually, I think it was the second ICF conference in Greenleaf, Florida, during a hurricane. It was kind of a crazy time, but I've been on the ride. And if you're a coach, you're watching our broadcast, you know how it is. I mean, it's been a growing, wonderful, wonderful industry filled with potential. And also now, this is important for us to take it from potential to actualization. Okay, there's almost 8 billion people on the planet. And I think everyone should have at least one coach. Okay, so as coaches, we've got a lot of work to do, friends. Okay, and so yesterday, to speak about being on the leading edge, being at the forefront of what's new, what's different, what's important, and what's really powerful. Christina DiGiacomo talked about yesterday how to use the power of AI, ChatGPT, and all of the emerging AI technologies to help you in your business, to help you get a competitive edge. And yesterday's broadcast was extraordinary. Cindy Watson spoke on Monday. She talked about how to use the art of feminine negotiation to be able to negotiate contracts and agreements and relationships. It was a very, very powerful program as well. And so you can watch all of these on our YouTube channel. And of course, Christina DiGiacomo, founder of the Philosophers Council, the AI Mastermind, the Philo Club, Cindy Watson, founder of Women on Purpose. So please, we encourage all of you in the spirit of creating more community, promoting and showcasing our esteemed faculty members, join their communities, look out for them on LinkedIn and Facebook and all the social handles. So our theme for this week, along with the International Coaching Federation, is all about potential. And so you can see this is a Merriam-Webster dictionary.com definition, but existing in possibility, capable of development into actuality. And then I love that the word potential is not only an adjective, but also a noun, someone's or something's ability to develop, achieve, or succeed. So as you read this, we always like to, when we present a definition, take a pause, maybe pause the recording and think about the impact of potential in your life. Are you living into your potential? Are you living into all of the possibilities that are available to you? Or have you found over the years, specifically if you're a coach consultant, that maybe the box in which you put yourself is getting smaller and smaller and smaller? So in our C-Suite Network, Women's Coaching and Consulting Council, we're all about busting through the box. Well, we don't even think there is a box, to take potential and move it into opportunity and action. And so thinking about, what does potential mean to you and how does it impact not only your work, but your life, but also thinking about the role of potential with your clients. Great question to ask your clients, what does potential mean to them and how are they living into their potential? We're going to always provide some curious questions that you can use to get on the court and in the field with new ideas with your clients. And since our topic is today about how to become a corporate coach and support our sisters in corporate, and we mean organizations, associations, all kinds of groups, but I have a lot of experience in corporate. I started my career actually in corporate, and I worked for 2 pre-IPO companies, was a key employee in both of those companies, and had a very long career in tech and in sales and marketing. And I loved my career. And I had the great privilege to be working with blue chip, excellent Fortune companies. And those were my clients that I worked with. So I was really able to understand and navigate the corporate ladder, the corporate landscape. What were the things that were driving the employees, my clients, my customers in corporate? And so being able to understand corporate is really important, but it's not a prerequisite, because if you're part of a community of people like we are in the C-Suite Network, we are locking arms together to support you in understanding how to capitalize on the opportunities. But there is a dynamic that it's important to know about. And you can't pick up a news feed or a newspaper or turn on any sort of search engine without reading that things have changed since the pandemic, especially with women. Women are stretched in so many different ways. Challenges, particularly mothers and working women, grandmothers, aunts, uncles, men and women in the corporate environment. Things have really changed. And of course, working from home has changed the dynamic as well. So as you see, these headlines, these are from all of, the very, very prominent news feeds and associations. SHRM, we love SHRM. But, generally what we're seeing is it's lonely at the top, but it's also lonely for many women in different areas of the organization. Because, face it, you don't want to necessarily tell your boss, your manager, your coworkers how you're really feeling. And so there is a lot of withholding, and, trust is obviously always an issue, but, we've got to be thinking strategically about sharing. And so there's a lot of transformation opportunities. There's a lot of transformation happening in corporate right now. And so if you're a corporate employee, you know this better than anyone. And of course, would like to let you know that if you're thinking of making a transition out of corporate to move into your own business, to become an entrepreneur, to take your corporate experience, your passion, being able to go back into corporate and make a positive difference, that's in fact what I did. So I was a corporate employee with several different tech startups. And then I left corporate after many, many years and decided that I wanted to go back in as a coach, as a consultant with my own business and make a positive difference. Now, I will tell you, it was not an easy journey. There were a lot of things that I had to work through, and I had several coaches, as I do now, that helped me navigate that journey. Because quite honestly, when I left corporate, there was some residue there for me. I was a bit cynical about corporate. I needed to do some internal healing from my experience. When I first left corporate, the last thing I wanted to do, honestly, was to go back into that environment. And I worked for some great companies with great people, but I felt like I needed a change. I needed a break. And so only after I did the work with coaching, with coaches, with myself, being in communities of other women walking in the same direction, was I able to then go back in, filled with resilience, filled with purpose, filled with a mission to support and guide and mentor my sisters in corporate. Okay. And I also worked, and I still do, with teams, with men, with every human being in between. And that's, finding your way, finding what you're really passionate about is really key. But the point really is lots of things are happening. And of course, in spite of the beloved Dalai Lama speaking at the Vancouver Peace Summit in 2010, saying very boldly that the world will be saved by the Western woman. There's a lot of optimism out there for the rise of the feminine, the rise of feminine power. And this means not that we're putting men down or that we have to, in order to rise, we have to push people away. No, it's our time, sisters. If you are watching this broadcast, let this be a call to action for you. This is a great opportunity for you to rise in your fullness, your power, your voice, your energy, your commitment, your vision, your mission to make a positive difference. And I also believe that when we as women make a positive difference, not only with ourselves, but for our families, our communities, the regions that we live in, our countries that we live in, we also, in the world, of course, we make a difference for our beloveds, our immediate family, our family of origin. We get to make a positive difference all the way around. So just wanted to remind you of this very wonderful quote. And in spite of this call to action, in spite of this rally cry, so to speak, around the world, we're met with our sisters in corporate specifically, feeling a range of emotions, and especially as we've talked about before with the pandemic, things really changed. Work from home was very common. Now corporations and organizations are calling people back into the office. And, the purpose of our broadcast is not to take a point of view on that, but to really be a resource for people when they're feeling the pull, they're feeling confused, they're feeling disoriented. And for you as the coach, the opportunity is for you to be the totem pole to help your clients find that place within them of finding that certainty, finding that calmness, finding whatever it is that you're called to support your clients with. But this is what's happening right now in the world. And of course, from a corporate perspective, corporations hire, employ, engage, retain coaches and consultants for a myriad of things. Because, we love our sisters and brothers in HR, but the reality is HR can't do all of this. They're not able to do it. They're stretched so thin. And so to be the coach, to be the confidant, to be the trusted advisor, to provide all of these different resources within the HR umbrella is very, very difficult, and few organizations can do it. So being the trusted advisor of not only the CEO, the leadership, the executive team, the boards of directors within the companies you'd like to work with and partner with and align yourself with as their trusted advisor, as their go-to coach, you also being the trusted advisor of human resources is so critical as well. So you can see there's a long list of why do organizations hire coaches. And this is actually a very short list, okay? Lots of opportunity. And of course, within organizations, you can see there's a target audience in so many different departments. And again, the purpose of today is to give you an overview of the opportunity, okay? To have you think into the potential that's there for you, not to overwhelm you, but to give you an idea of the wealth and the depth and the breadth of opportunities. So all of these departments, and again, there are even more departments, especially with the advancement of AI, the advancement of diversity, inclusion, equity, belonging, so many different areas for you to participate in. And of course, why do coaches help clients? In what areas do coaches work? And so specifically, you can see the list here: communication, negotiation, stress reduction for employees, and of course, teams and leaderships and departments, even boards of directors, even the supply chain, you being a trusted advisor for your client, but also being in support and helping their supply chain partners, really critical. So everyone can get in alignment with the culture, with the transformation, with optimization, and really putting these beautiful human resources to work. And you can see strategic thinking and doing, of course, conflict resolution, leadership, confidence, speaking, executive presence, so so important. Women that are on the move in corporate, and really women all the way around as well, is looking for that confidence, looking for that executive presence, that calmness, that ability to operate calmly under pressure. Really, really important. And so, branding, and there's just so many reasons that organizations and individuals hire a coach. Lots of opportunity. And of course, if you are a coach where you focus in on things like meditation, yoga, stress reduction, relationships, all of these things have application in corporate, okay? Because corporations, as you well know, they're in a race to retain talent. And so retaining talent means serving their employees. What do their employees need? What's the difference maker in the organization? How can an organization serve their employees and have their employees serve the organization as well? And so that takes creativity. It takes different, unique things, much more than the ping pong table. Okay. So thinking about what is it that our clients want, specifically women, I've done so many interviews for so many decades about what is it that women want, specifically in corporate. And the overarching topic and themes that I hear are women want more freedom. They want more success. They want to have more income and opportunities. Ultimately, they'd like to make a bigger impact, not only with their work and their professional life, but of course, within their families, within their communities, and the world. So freedom also means for many women in corporate, they want to have freedom and success and income to live where they want and live how they want. They want to have greater health and vitality. They want to have deeper relationships and more support all the way around. When you do your interviews with your potential clients, you're going to hear this frequently, is they feel oftentimes very lonely. They're tired of doing so many things in their lives. And so this gap exists for women to be able to ask for what they want and get it. You as a coach can support them in this. And of course, more freedom and success of time, resources, ideas, inspiration, and ultimately, this is the number one thing that I hear. Women tell me they want more options. They want more options. Okay. And you as a coach can support them in these things. And so how do you do this? Well, ultimately, with your guidance, your mentorship, your coaching, you can guide women to within the organization, outside the organization, if you're retained at the corporation to be their coach, or oftentimes as women in organizations hire you privately, because when the relationship is private, it means everything's private. So you are their trusted advisor. You're their sounding board, their thinking partner, their strategy partner, their confidant, their problem solver, and their BMW resource. I think you can imagine what the BMW stands for. Moaning and whining, okay? Because honestly, women in corporate, they need to have a trusted advisor, someone that they could just tell the truth to. And oftentimes, maybe they don't need solutions, but they need a sounding board. And their partners in life, their children in life, their parents, certainly their coworkers, and certainly their managers and their leadership team, not the most appropriate person to talk to about this. So you as the coach, being the trusted advisor that they have retained, they have hired outside of their working environment, you can be the one. You're completely committed to them. You don't have a conflict of interest. Oftentimes when corporations hire coaches, there's a relationship where the corporation hired you. And so got to watch out with these kinds of agreements, and we'll coach you on how to do that. But there's an agreement that everything that's said with the client is confidential. However, there's a reporting mechanism that occurs. And so reporting back to the corporation, what are the results? What's the progress? Things of that nature. So that gets a little bit dicey. Of course, we go through it in our training programs. Okay, got to know the relationship and have that very, very clear about communication. But again, ultimately, our clients our corporate clients, as well as all of our clients, want us to help them take action and discover and uncover and deal with the things that are in the way. Okay. If people were able to do awesome, great things and be able to do things they could not even imagine doing on their own by themselves, they wouldn't need a coach. And I honestly, I'm going to go on the record and say, if people can do things on their own without the support, without the assistance, without the collaboration of a highly skilled, excellent, world-class coach, maybe they're playing too small of a game. Okay. People that are up to playing big games need the support and want the support. You know, we often as coaches make analogies to athletes, and you know that every world-class athlete has multiple coaches because, as the analogy goes, you know, when you're in your sport, you can't see what you're doing. You're playing the sport. You know, the executive, the corporate woman is playing the game that she's playing. She can't see herself. She can't be objective with how she's coming across to others, nor what she's doing. So the coach is able to be objective, supportive, give feedback in a way that's different than the management team within a company. We're able to really be there in a different kind of supportive way. So we can help our clients take action. And so thinking about as we move forward is, what areas of specialization do you get you excited about supporting our sisters in corporate? You know, thinking back, and again, with our year-long program, our Women's Success Accelerator, we have a specialization in corporate coaching. And so we'll guide you every step of the way to really think about, where do you have experience? If you don't have any experience in corporate, that's okay. We will support you in how to meld your life experience, your training, your experiences that you have from others, your interviews, your clients, all, you know, all of your preparation has led you to where you are right now. And you can be a successful corporate coach. So what experience do you have, and how does it translate into the results that people want within corporate? What are you passionate about? What's your point of view? What solutions do you have? And again, having a coach support you and a committed sisterhood in your boss, your board of success sisters, will help you be able to move forward in all of this. And ultimately, how can you and will you add value? That's the real key. What's the transformation that you're committing to with your clients, with their assistance, their partnership, their agreement, and what are the problems that you're solving, of course? And we help you answer all of those questions. And then, of course, as a corporate coach supporting our sisters in corporate, there are so many opportunities. There's VIP one-on-one coaching, which is just delightful. There's also the opportunity for you to set up masterminds, councils, groups, training programs, all kinds of wonderful things with groups of people, with perhaps even the addition of a VIP option, VIP days, VIP half days, so many wonderful options, teams, coaching teams, speaking to groups, and associations within corporate. I have done all of these in all kinds of different companies, and I have to say I have loved every second of it. Being able to do strategic planning sessions within leadership teams in organizations, specifically for their women leaders. Many organizations and companies right now they've got special interest groups, they've got groups specifically for women leaders, and you can be a speaker within those groups. They're constantly looking for excellent speakers. So there's so many partnership opportunities. It's amazing. And of course, associations as well. Associations of women in manufacturing, women in tech, women in fintech, women in finance. I mean, the options are just endless. Okay. And of course, you starting your own groups. This is really key as well. Okay. Ultimately, and then as we complete our time together, ultimately, the beautiful thing is that you can provide sisterhood, support, and mentorship. Yes, many organizations have formal mentoring programs. And what I'm talking about is programs that are affiliated with that, associated with it, combined with it, and that are in alignment with the corporate programs. But these are programs that can be started by you outside of the organization. Okay. So many different opportunities. And again, doing surveys, which we will show you how to do, we'll be able to find the need and fulfill the need. And together, to complete our time together, so grateful that you're watching the replay and you're here live. Thank you. Together, we are creating a world with committed, successful, and powerful coaches. Again, almost 8 billion people on the planet. Let's get everybody coached. Of those 8 billion people, approximately 4 billion are women. We have a lot of work to do. We've got a lot of opportunity, and our time is now. And so with that, I would like to formally invite you to learn more about and come participate in our newest Women's Success Accelerator, our year-long program to guide women to start, launch, and grow their own successful corporate coaching and consulting businesses. And so the new program is starting. We've got a new cohort starting, and this program is an affiliation with the C-Suite Network Women's Coaching and Consulting Council. So when you're part of the accelerator, you also are member in the Coaching and Consulting Council. The two work together beautifully. And this is a model that we actually teach you how to create your own masterminds and councils and how to affiliate them with larger organizations to get more leverage, to get more exposure, get more opportunity. It's an elegant and beautiful solution. We teach you how to do that. And of course, within the Women's Success Accelerator, we show you how to start groups, councils, masterminds, VIP programs, how to succeed in corporate coaching and consulting, how to develop your sales and marketing funnels, monetize your intellectual property, how to develop a success mindset, put any failures, put any experiences where maybe you've tried in the past to break into corporate as a corporate coach. Maybe you've had experiences that didn't go well, or you weren't as successful as you thought you would be. We guide you to put that aside, learn what you've learned, and start fresh, start new. Like literally you're starting a brand new business along with the support of a world-class coach, me, Kathleen Caldwell, and a sisterhood committed to supporting you. And of course, be a part of your own board of Success Sisters. So coaching, mentoring, education, small mastermind groups, and buddies too. So you have a full 360 opportunity to be supported, elevated, trained and developed, and equipped to be successful in corporate coaching and consulting. And so with that, the doors are now open to the Women's Success Accelerator. I'd love to have a conversation with you because this is application only. We want to make sure that the culture and the vibe and the experience, everything is aligned to support you and your success. So please book a Calendly call with me, calendly.com, Kathleen Caldwell, all one word. You can get access to my calendar, book a 30-minute call. Let's talk about where you are, and let's develop and discuss some strategies on what corporate coaching would look like for you, what even groups would look like for you, what starting a mastermind, an accelerator, starting new programs to give you more leverage, more time, more impact, and ultimately more freedom. That's really the goal here, and success. And so as we complete, we really do believe in not only the Women's Coaching and Consulting Council, but also the Success Accelerator, that the real secret to all of this success is being powerful together. Let's go faster and farther together. And so with that, I'd like to complete our time today. Today was all about being able to explore the potential of being a corporate coach, supporting our sisters in corporate. And tomorrow, we're so excited. Tomorrow's topic is all about, with Catherine Sellery, our esteemed faculty member, how to take the conscious parenting revolution that Catherine has developed, and it's a global movement, and how to use that for your personal growth and development, not only within your career, but also within your family and within your life. So thank you very much. And, as we always finish our programs within our broadcasts, we always like to ask, take a moment. We invite you to take a moment and think about, what was your biggest takeaway? What made it worth it to take the last few minutes and spend with us on our broadcast? think about the biggest takeaway. Put a little bookend on your time here today and take some action. Book that Calendly call with me. Let's get in communication. Let's get in conversation about what's next for you. The time is now, sisters. The time. Our sisters are waiting for us in corporate. They're waiting for us to serve them, support them, and in doing so, we serve and support ourselves. So bye for now. This is Kathleen Caldwell, wishing you success, wishing you freedom, knowing it's possible for you. Come get in our ecosystem. We can't wait to support you. Bye for now. Lots of love. Bye-bye.